What's up? This video is Deuce Close, Gun Deuce Close, Ravens Playbook. So far we've gone over a bunch and trips, tight end, offset, so make sure to check those out. It should be in the playlist. If you just go to my playlist, it should be there, those first two. Today's Deuce Close. I'll try and have normal Y-off close coming out in a few days also. Then after that, expect more like mini plays, situational plays out of empty, heavy Raven, and probably bunch Y flex, open offset, and spread. And then that will be it for all of our shotgun formations. Then we'll go into pistol and single back and I form for run game. So for now, this is part 3 of the multi-part series, and Deuce Close only really has like 5 solid plays, I would say. So you don't really want to run this as your main one, but it is a very good complementary to bunch and trips. And so for our audibles, we're going to go with mesh spot, 0-1 trap, bench swap, PA deep cross. And read option is also going to be one of our things. The RPO, and then Poco X dig. So we're going to start off with PA deep cross versus cover 3 sets. And so as you can see, we have this weird kind of deep crosser thing. It does take a little longer to develop than a normal crosser. As you can see, the little difference of it. This one gets more shallow, but it runs a little more vertical off the bat. And so with our first setup versus cover 3, we're going to be putting our outside receiver on a go. So like that. And then we have, this is a 2 tight end set, by the way. I have 3 tight ends in because I have Julius Thomas at receiver for my theme team, Broncos theme team. But yeah, this is really going to be our first set. And with this tight end, he's on a block and release to the flats. Those aren't very good in play action, especially versus good pass rushes and blitz. So we're going to go ahead and manually block him. And you can use the play action, or you can cancel it. If you don't know how to cancel it, that's holding down the right trigger. So I'll show this show this setup. That was with the play action, and this is going to be without it. The go route is more of a clear route, and it's going to bring this, and the tight end is going to bring the flat defender. So if you have the tight end open immediately on the out route, you're almost 9 times out of 10 going to want to take it. And so if the user or whatever plays the out route, you should have the deep cross over the middle. So right there, see how the out route's kind of covered like that? I mean, if you have to take it because the user goes vertical, take your out route, throw the ball away, do whatever. Just don't ever throw this go route unless it's like absolutely wide open, which it shouldn't be because it's a clear out. So here's the setup one last time before we show you some modifications. I like to hold the ball down, like bring it down closer, pass lead it down, I guess. That way that safety doesn't really have a chance to bite on it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you block release the tight end. You see the guy kind of gets off his blocks a little quicker because it's a tight end, and he's just there to basically chip it, I guess. So this is our first setup, and a modification we can do from there is going to be just putting our tight end over here on a drag. So now if the user's not playing the out route, he's going to have to choose between the drag and the crosser. You're not going to get as much blocks, but as you can see, the hook curl goes down to the drag, leaves the crosser wide open with really nobody, I guess, because the deep third is going to be playing deep over the middle, and this route kind of gets more shallow, gets more horizontal. So you could also play with an in route and drag route. As you can see, your blocks aren't going to be as good, so you probably will want to cancel the play action. If you're getting really pressured out of this set, what I'll do is slide my line to the right and then cancel the play action, and just like this. So that's our first setup out of this play. That's going to work versus most zone coverages. So I'm going to show you cover 2. Okay, now this is versus Tampa 2. It's going to be essentially the same process. You can do an out route over here, block this guy. It's just there's going to be more open over the middle, so you're going to have to let this develop a little more, which the D linemen are going to go crazy right here. So let's try this again. It's going to have to develop, and boom, right there. So if you're noticing you're getting good blocks and you're playing a cover 2 set, then this play is going to get real open along the sideline. You could also try something like this. Put, instead of an out route, a block and release. So right stick to the left. It's not going to work as good, most likely. It could. And you see I'm getting pressured, but that route's going to get open versus cover 2. And there's not really too much else to this play because you can't really motion. Oh, well, I guess you can motion in practice mode, but in games it doesn't let me motion. So if you have any other, I guess, not really setups, but if your opponent is playing a certain way, you're just going to take these base setups and modify them. So maybe they're playing the out route and the what's it called, the cross are really good. So you can go ahead and put your running back on a Texas and say the guy plays up, bang, you got this right here. Those will almost always get open versus cover 2. Most of the time versus cover 3 also, especially if they're a real hesitant user and they like to cover the deep. So yeah, we have our out route. Our go route is a clear out. We have our crosser, and the Texas route can be a good addition also. But outside of that, just stuff like this, get tricky with it if you have to. This is a delay fade setup. I've done this a few times. Sometimes it gets open, sometimes it don't. It's probably better versus cover 3. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and switch to PA deep cross versus man coverage. And here it is versus man coverage. You can tell it's man because of how tight the corners are playing up on there. So versus man coverage, what we're going to do, toss our outside receiver on a crosser and our tight ends on drag routes. So just a lot of man beating routes out here. If you can get blocks. Like I did not get blocks there, but that is going to be a struggle. So if you're not getting good enough blocks, and especially if you're not running the ball a lot out of this formation, you're probably better off just blocking your running back since the play action won't fake them out anyway. So just like this. My gosh, but you can see the crosser gets open. So that's one way to set up versus man coverage, is a crosser. And this is with Hot Route Master, by the way, or QB Playmaker, whatever it is, Michael Vick's ability, backyard QB. So then our second setup is going to be the tight end on the crosser, receiver on a zig, and you can you can really do anything with this guy. You can block him, you can delay fade. If they're playing cover 1, you can put a go route to clear out the middle third. And this is a really good man beating route right here. It's a trail route. So we're just going to go out here. You have your zigs going to be open. That deep crosser kind of gets open. Like I said, it takes a long time to develop from Randy Moss. It's a long developing route, so make sure you have good enough blocks. I am getting destroyed right here. I'll try it one more time, try and show you. But I'm going to go ahead and just block everybody so I can show you that route. As you can see, boom, gets open. deep third can't do nothing about it, and the other guy's trying to chase him down. Especially since PS2, Patrick Surtain is manned up on him, and you can see he's probably 3 or 4 yards to the right and then 7 yards up. So he's going to have a lot of field to cover when it comes to getting to here. So I'm going to max protect and then put the tight end on the trail to show the trail route. And it can get open over the top just like that. The reason the middle was covered is because I had running back and the other guy blocked. And so we're going to try it one more time like this. Let's see if the blocks will actually block. They didn't. But that's going to be this play for man coverage. Make sure you really run this to complement the run game, which I'll go over to. The run game in this playbook or in this formation, it's good. It's nothing crazy, but it's good. I've gotten a lot of big plays off of it. So next play we're gonna go over is gonna be bench. So we'll see you. So we're in bench swap versus a cover 3, and bench, and I would call this more versus man coverage. There's not gonna be too much you can do versus a zone, but zone coverage is always gonna have its weakness. So we're gonna go versus cover 3, tight end on a drag, and this guy is gonna be on a post, just like this. And with this running back, you can always block him, swing him to the right, flat route. I'm gonna go ahead and block him just for the sake of getting, getting blocks or whatever. So we have our out route, we have our corner, and this post always gonna get open versus cover 3 if they're not using it. Those hook curls just aren't gonna play it, and the deep third is gonna be too far back most of the time. So with this corner route, it's not really gonna get too open unless you have a clear out. So we can't really get a clear out of this set, but you can still try and put it up there for a 50-50 ball, and as you see right there, it doesn't really work too good. So you can use it as a distraction, or what I like to do is I'll put them on a clear out to clear out that third and do something like this. Whoops. Block the running back. So the out route, if you have the out route open right away, take it. If it develops long enough and it's open, take it. That's going to be your check down. And then you're going to high-low the middle of the field with the drag route and the post. So if the linebackers don't take the post, take the drag, turn it into 6 yards, make a play, make it into 15. Really just do whatever you gotta do. So here we're gonna try and take the post, which we have it right there. As you can see, the left hook 28 bit on the drag we had the post wide open. So here it is one last time. This is the setup. I like one of the setups out of cover 3, or verse cover 3 out of bench swap. Just feed that ball right in there. And for our next setup, what we're going to do is a go route with our outside receiver. And now we have that clear out, so our tight end is going to be on the corner route. And we're going to put him on a drag and him on a post. And so what we're looking at right here is X is on a clear out for Y, which is a corner route. A and B, drag and post, are going to high-low the middle of the field. So we're going to be attacking 2 parts of the zone defense. So here, if your drag is wide open, go ahead and take it. Just like that. I like to block the running back, but I'll show you something else you can do with them. And we're going to try and hit the corner out here. We'll see if we can get it. Just like that. If your drag route gets there fast enough, they might bite on it, and as soon as you see their hips turn, as you did right there, that's when you want to throw it. They won't be able to make it back. So kind of using some realistic whatever. So boom, hips turned, toss it. Now obviously if they're covering it, take the drag route, it'll be wide open underneath. And then we're going to look at the post on this play. And this is really just work in the middle and then that corner out on the sidelines. Bang, just like that. Okay, so that's our one of the modification setups out of there. Another thing we can do is motion the running back to this side, put him on a flat. So now you see we have a corner flat combo out here with a clear out. And then over here, we're going to do this. So that left side is going to get kind of congested. So if we have our running back right off the gate, we're going to take it. If you have the tight end right off the gate, take it. You don't want to let those develop because then they're going to get too close to each other. And honestly, if you want to set it up like that, you can. You can also just do it straight from this side and run it to the opposite. But always giving them some eye candy and everything with the motions is always going to help. So as you can see, that's when you don't want to throw it. His hips didn't turn to play the running back. So your running back is going to be open on the flat. And then you're still going to have the same post combat over here. Post combo over here. If you have to pass lead that up, go ahead and take it. Now as you can see, we're going against the cover 2 set right here. So this is my first setup that I'll usually do. Usually they're going to be using the Mike, where you can see him right there, Campbell, or one of those linebackers. They don't really use one of the nickel backs or slot backs that play the vert hook. So we're just going to go against our cover 2 principles. Look to our cover 2 principles, which is attacking the sideline and deep middle. So this A route, the go route from the tight end, is going to be more of a clear out, but it can get open. And the corner route, you're just going to look to get it behind the flats since there's not going to be anything out there on the outside. If you have to pass lead it up, go ahead, boom, take it for a touchdown. Just like that. So we're taking a lot of principles from different formations and putting them together versus different coverages. And obviously this is a too high safety set, so unless they're baselining or disguising, this is almost always going to be a cover 2 or cover 4. So we're just going to look at that. Some other things you could do possibly is getting this over the middle, but it'd have to be because of that middle guy. If the middle guy doesn't play it, he's going to bite it, and you have the tight end on the go route. So I'll try and show you that again. The post route is going to clear the go route. So now we have the corner route we're looking at and the go route. And if you wanted to clear the safety out, you could try this guy on a corner. Not sure how good it would go. If you smart route it, it should clear that out. So we're going to look at this. And boom, he took it there, but because he had to bite on the post route, that's going to be open. So that's kind of a cover 2 beater and just working against cover 2. You can combine it all into one play, or you can do the same thing here on the side. Just run it double goes, double corners, and just try and fit this ball over. So those are our setups. I'll show you them one more time because I know that kind of got a lot going real quick. First setup, like this, you're looking for the corner route. Second setup is like this, and you could honestly put them on a drag also. And our third setup is going to be, let me get there, or not double goes, we're going to put them on a corner route. If you don't have hot route master, you could do double goes, but smart route, corner route, and just like this. And you're looking for corner routes or deep over the middle. That ball needs to be placed better. You'll have to pass lead it. But just trying to work against those safeties. I mean, you could always run this play stock too if you need to quick snap. Those corner routes can get going good versus cover 2. But now we're going to go look at bench swap versus man coverage. So, see you there. Okay, as you can see, once again, those corners are compressed down onto their mans. So This is obviously going to be man coverage. So for man coverage, a lot of the same stuff. We're going to hit him with this, and then I like to put running back on an angle route. So if they are using one of those linebackers, they're going to have to choose real quick between one of the drags. And look at this. You can take an angle route all the way, really. I mean, it's man coverage, cover 1. Cover 2, those corner routes aren't going to get open as good. So versus cover 2, if you're struggling, what I would do is something like this. Put this guy, you can put your tight end on a trail. I'll put him on a crosser, and then running back on here. So if the user takes the zig route or the crosser, then you have your angle route, and you're gonna leave one corner route out there just in case it gets open. When in doubt, corner route is a famous saying that I've learned and have made very, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta live by that. When in doubt, corner route. It's just about all the time they're gonna get open. Here it is versus cover 1. That was a horrible throw. Bad separation too. That is a 97 man coverage corner, but versus sets that are, what I want to say, one high safety, this should always work. I mean, corner routes are going to get open like this. I got swatted. I got to pass lead that out. Not too much. Like I said, this formation isn't going to be like a main thing, you know, but it is going to be very serviceable and very complementary to the offense that I've been running. Like, it works very good. Sometimes I'll be getting locked up in bunch and trips. I'll come out to this, and you always have the option to have good run plays. But that's going to be it for bench swap versus our coverages. We're going to go to our last pass play. Okay, our next play is mesh spot versus cover 3, and I'm gonna go over this quick because my recording got like messed up earlier, so this is gonna be a quick rundown. So here's our first setup, first half of the setup. I'm gonna show you guys it. You have the wheel route. You're gonna try and feed right under the deep zone and right past the flat. Reason this works, you have B receiver on a clear out, which you could put it on a fade also. Doesn't really matter too much, but he's gonna clear the deep third, which is Patrick Surtain, and Kincaid on the out route is gonna clear the flat if they're playing flats, and so that leaves the wheel route room to just run right in between both of them uncovered unless they have a user. So I'm gonna show you this just like this. Once you see he got bumped right there. Once you see the flat defender bite on the flat or the out route, whatever you want to call it, that's when you're gonna want to get ready to throw the ball. So I'll show you. Bang, he bit it. I keep getting bumped out here, which is ridiculous. This was not happening earlier. Anyway, so that's the first half of the setup, and the second half is gonna be streak your left side tight end, backside tight end, and post that guy. So here's the full setup. Okay, now that you've taken that in, on the left side we're going to be looking at the post route. So if the user goes out to the right side, the post should be able to fit in just right over the top. Bang. That other go route is also a clear out, so you're going to have 2 wide open, 3 if their flat defender isn't playing the out route and he's playing back more, but most of the time he's going to be playing the flat. So we get it here, feed it, just there we go. That's what you're looking for mainly, and if that's not there, take your post. And another setup we can run is going to be versus cover 2, so we're going to switch. Here's cover 2, and you can essentially do the same thing, same setup. It's just about going to work just like this. It actually works even better versus cover 2 since there's not as much help on the sideline, since they have to help in the middle. And so what's going on here, essentially the same thing. Your go route is clearing out the deep half. your out route is clearing out the flat, and all that's left is a vert hook, which the wheel route just gets right past, especially if you pass lead it to the outside a little, and bang, that's easy yardage right there. So that's going to be it for that setup in cover 2. And our last setup out of all the passing plays is going to be right here. So you're going to put a strong side receiver on a post, tight end on a go, backside receiver on an out or a corner. And so basically both your tight ends are on goes, and then you're going to have a backside corner, strong side post, and you can leave the wheel route, but I'm going to go ahead and block it. Actually, this is what I'm looking for. So the go route and post should take the mid third. The backside go route should take your hook curl, and the vert hook is not going to play a Texas. So as long as you're not getting forced too much, and I say that and he plays a Texas route, but that's because he got kind of rubbed at the LOS. So this is sending all your receivers out, which can be dangerous if your O-line is trash. But just like this, we're going to take it like that. You can possession. If you have a lot of room, rack it. So that Texas route is your first look. Second look is going to be, reading these corners. So the corner and the post. If you have that open over the middle, take it, but you're almost always going to have the corner route. Corner route and Texas route are your main reads right here. There's not really too much of a check down because you're just trying to stretch the ball over the field. And you could put a check down route out here, just something like, a block and release hook. These get really good. So he's going to block, and then nothing's open, check down to him, but you get under pressure, intercepted because this game's trash. Anyway, I'll show you that one last time. This is your main setup. If you need extra block, do something like this. It'll give you a check down. You could take the corner route. You got this. I wouldn't take the post too much unless it's open, because the user goes down to play the Texas or the corner. That's when your post is open. So that's going to be mesh spot versus your cover 2. So we're going to go to the run game, go over 3 run plays really quick. Your main run play is going to be 0-1 trap, and you're really just trapping the D tackle over here. And so if there's the inside stuff, I wouldn't run this too much, but especially if there's 2, you're never going to get good blocks. You're going to instant shed. But you're just going to try and hook it over here. If your lineman gets to the second level with a good block, it just leaves you one-on-one with the DBs. And if you have a good running back, you'll always win that just about every time, especially if you're goated with the sticks. But even then, you can still pick up like 5 yards on this. I don't know what my average is on it, but always double team the inside stuff. Unless there's 2, then you're kind of screwed. So one last time. If Zach Martin was good, he might get a pancake. But so that's gonna be it for 0-1 trap. Next play is the lead read option. Same thing, double team the inside stuff because I'm pretty sure they play read options this year. And just a standard read option, except Gronk on the left side is going to be coming all the way across to lead block if you take it with your quarterback. So just read it. If he sits, hand it off. If he crashes down, keep it. And when I was doing this earlier, he would not crash. So yeah, he probably still won't. Essentially, it turns into an inside zone split if you hand it off. So that's really it for the read option. Really simple. Last play is the RPO read counter stick. And what it is, it's a RPO stick concept on the right. And then with the run game, it's a read option. So you can see the R above Ted Hendricks. That's who you're reading when you run it. But usually this flat route gets open all the time for zone coverage, unless they're playing like really, really down on the flats. So you could take that. I wouldn't throw the ball versus man because the man's going to catch him like once you catch the ball. So right there, you'd probably get hit if you were throwing it against man. If you need a couple yards, maybe it works. And so that's it for the throwing the ball. I wouldn't really throw the stick too much. It could work, or the hitch too much. It could work versus man, but it's just not the greatest. And for the read option, same thing. He sits, hand it off, hold A or X on PlayStation to hand it off. If he crashes, keep it, and you can take the ball. And that's really it. You could sub in a tight end where Randy Moss is, or whatever you need to do to run the read option. Right there, he crashed. He actually crashed. I should have kept it. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see if he can crash again. Nope. So we're going to hand it off. It's not the greatest, but it's a cheeky little RPO out of this formation. So that's it for this play. So that's really going to be it for gun deuce close. Be expecting normal wild close later this week, maybe early next week. I'm trying to get 2 a week. But it should happen this week. I want to get it maybe Saturday, for sure Sunday, but 2 a week should be good. After that, I'm gonna go over mainly situational football for heavy and empty quads, along with bunch open and bunch Y flex. So I'll probably try and fit that all into one video. After that, we're gonna be finished with gun, moving into pistol. Strong slot will be our main. Your off trips, and then kind of feather together some different things within the other pistol sets, and then we'll end up finishing it off with I-form single back, wing tight Z, and then I-form wing. Really basic formations. This is your tight end attack formation, basically. So that's gonna be it. Let me know if you need anything, I guess. Questions, comment. I'm looking to set some stuff up soon. I'm gonna try and make a full actual visual playbook that you guys will be able to purchase, maybe. So I'll see how I can get that. Just another thing to help you, but it won't be too much. I'm not greedy, you know. So that's gonna be it. See you.